I'm just fucking curious, are we great yet? Are we fucking great yet? Are we a great country? Is this one? Is fucking great? Huh? Americans working their fucking ass off 50, 60 fucking hours a week to have nothing to show to it? Are we fucking great? Is America great where ICE agents are shooting citizens in the fucking street and the government's saying it's self-defense? Are we fucking great yet? Because what do you mean? I'm making the most money I've ever made in my life and I'm struggling more than I was struggling 5 years ago unemployed. Are you so fucking serious? I'm having to overdraw my account every single week just to make ends meet, and that's mostly for fucking groceries. Okay? I have 4 fucking teenagers. Do you know what it's like trying to feed teenage boys? And I got one turning 15 today, and I have $6 fucking in my account. I can't get him a present. I can't get him a cake. I have another one whose first fucking basketball game is today. I was gonna take them out to dinner to celebrate the birthday and the basketball game, and I have no fucking money! But you know, the fucking family on food stamps, which I'm one of them. By the way, we have food stamps. I'm one of those families who would use her food stamps to fucking buy my 15-year-old birthday cake, but I don't even have any food stamps because of you fucking assholes! You think you're making America great because you're a fucking racist, bigoted dickwad. But all you're doing is hurting us, people like me, the working class families who are doing nothing but trying to achieve their own fucking American dream. And for what? And for what? For fucking greed.
Oh, hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of Grand Millstone who teach and rule well. Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and a few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. All right, the name of this one is going to be Cry Me a River. Cry Me a River. All right, and I'm basically entitling it that, poking fun or making fun of Esau's situation as of late, man. Especially this Edomite that you'll see crying over here, weeping, crashing out online, man, on the post-production, and the reason I feel that way is because, Jake has always been crying out, man. For the lack of finance, man, to be able to raise and sustain a family, and we always got the, pull yourself up out of bootstrap, work hard, and stay focused and all this other BS, that was basically not so much a vain pep talk, man, but I don't know how to really explain it, man, but it was a fucked up way, a cruel way of brushing off, Jake, as Jake was going and still going to this day through their misery, man. Lack of finances, man. Lack of security. No health insurance. And when you do have it, it's crazy expensive, and you don't qualify for certain procedures and whatnot, And Jake has always been going through this, man. Financially, socially, for the past 40, 50 years, man, since the crack epidemic hit, Jake was the target. To that, it was purposely done and put on our people to keep us downtrodden and defeated, basically, man, in the spirit. Okay, and so now that the tables are turning, right? Now that the curses are going upon our enemies, man, they crying out, man. They weeping, but I can't do nothing but laugh because I can't help her in her situation or any of them, man. This is all the doing of the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay, and look how wicked he's being towards his own people, man. Which we'll get that, right? But you see her here. I don't know this lady's name, and she's basically crying and extremely mad for all the things that are going on in Babylon. She mentioned a few. I think she said the Ice Cube agents killing another American citizen, and the government saying that was basically self-defense. Okay, when there's nothing but videos from different angles that basically tell another story, right? She mentioned also that she's working a lot, more than, she's making more money than ever, and she still can't make ends meet. And it's a fact that people here are working more and earning more than their grandparents, right? The boomers, and still don't have enough, okay, to get by, like literally enough, okay? People can't afford to feed their families. People have to decide whether to pay the rent in full or take a certain amount out to buy food, in order to sustain their families. Add to all that, EBT is tightening up their rules and the way people qualify for their help for these government subsidies, man. And which is gonna make it even worse, for people in the very near future. Scriptures speak about basically more towards our people, but that's gonna hit everybody, basically that you're not gonna have the government's teats, man, to suck on anymore, man, to live off of, and Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is the one orchestrating all these things, man. Okay, this is his plan. How Christians always talking about the Lord has a plan, the Lord has a plan. They never even tell you, what that plan is. It's a whole mystery, man, when you among that Christian mentality, man. But we over here in this walk of ours, in this truth of ours, we know exactly what the Lord is doing, and we know all things pertaining to salvation. Okay, while other camps are trimming their ways to seek love, while other camps are being compromised, some unwillfully and others willfully, the men of the Lord, starting with Apostle Tahar from the Great Millstone, on down to the bishops and elders and the rest of the brothers and like-minded men that are that teach the same doctrine, not so much that are affiliated camps, but no, camps that teach the same doctrine, man. Okay, in the spirit, we're all in one accord, man. Okay, and but basically what you got, man, is this man Esau, man, just hoarding everything for himself, man, from wealth, which is land and property, gold, to everything else that goes with that, and in turn making it extremely difficult for everyone else, including his own people, man. Okay, and this is all for the greed of money, man, for the greed of wealth. I want to say that word is hold on one second, I thought I looked it up earlier. Give me 1 second, avarice. There we go. Avarice is an unsatiable, inordinate desire for wealth or material gain. More formal than the word greed, it specifically refers to an extreme, sometimes miserly obsession with acquiring, hoarding, or keeping money and possessions, often at the expense of others. Okay? These wars are funded by American taxpayers, man. Okay? What's going on over there between Israel and Palestine, that's all our money. And well, I should say Babylon's money, right? Because we don't own nothing over here, right? Which, you know, mentally, brothers and sisters should be preparing themselves, you know, and unattaching themselves from, or disattaching themselves, I forget the proper words, Lakia, from everything here in Babylon, man, you know, in this life. Yeah, that goes from material things to any type of finance, to even so-called loved ones, man. Okay? Family, you know, that are not in line with the spirit, basically, man. All right? But that word avarice, man, that applies to Esau. Now let's get a few scriptures, because this is her suffering is brought by her own people, man. All right? Because Jake hasn't done anything. Esau will come out and tell you AI is coming, is going to take over your jobs. You know, your tax money is gonna fund everything, and you know, more than half the country, which I'm referring to Edomites, will just sigh. A moment of silence will occur, and then they'll just blame it on Jake. You know what I'm saying? They'll just blame it on Jake. They'll just fucking Jakes, man. They don't say Jakes, you know, but they'll say fucking Mexicans or fucking immigrants, always referring to us, even though everybody and their mother that comes from any four corners of this world is an immigrant, including all the Edomites that are here, right? But they'll specifically will be they'll specifically be pertaining to us when they speak and when they say immigrants, man. Okay? So this is 1 Timothy 6:10. It says, for the love, and that word for love is G5365, which basically goes into greed. Okay? So for the love, or I should say for the greed of money, is the root of all evil. All right? The greed of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right? Pertaining to our people that get a taste of that wealth, you know, taste of that power, at least the smidget that Esau allows you to taste, right, or to partake in, right? And because of that, you know, they develop this love, this greed for it, you know, and they err, okay? And they pierce themselves with many sorrows, man, because you forget your power, all right? The scriptures tells you that the Lord is that makes rich and maketh poor, okay? And then there's a prayer that basically says, give me neither poverty nor riches, you know, but enough to sustain us, basically, and roughly paraphrasing. All right. And the reason for that, because when you go on to read that scripture, it tells you that, you know, if I be rich, I'll forget the Lord. And if I'm poor, I'll curse the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want neither of those, right? Because we know that this is a temporary time, that a season that we're under this man's rulership. And the Lord already told us in the scriptures, and as the scriptures reads, man, you know, if you've read it to the end, the end result of everything is Esau going down, Yahushua getting all the full glory from the you know, entire planet, you know, being recognized as the King of Kings, you know, and Israel being set up, man, as that government over the earth, man. Okay, but the point is up here in the very first part of this scripture, 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love or the greed of money is the root of all evil. This is why Esau's going all the fuck out. I mean, you got this man, Elon Musk. I don't know if it's official, but I think last I read, he was on his way to becoming a trillionaire, if not more than that. And it's like, yo, you know, there really isn't a reason for anybody to be a trillionaire. I mean, you're worth more than certain nations, man, at this point. And most of the issues that are going on around the world, you'll be able to resolve and still be a fucking billionaire, man. If not a trillionaire, yeah, because I mean, these people set themselves up to make lots of money. They don't get into any type of ventures if it doesn't equal or make money, right, or make sense, as we say in the hood. But yeah, man, you know, and the reason he has all that is pure greed. It don't matter how cool, calm, and collective you see this devil, man. These people go out of their way to secure that income, right, and that status, you know, by any means necessary. And most of these Edomites do it by basically worship of Satan, man. You know, Babylonian sex magic and rituals that they do specifically to summon certain demons, you know, to aid them into that money making lane in their life, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the book of Psalms 73:6. It says, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Right? Esau is a proud motherfucker, man. You know, I mean, look at Trumpito every time he come out with a little smug look, and then he'll raise his chin up, you know, and just the way his whole demeanor, man, he's the epitome of and the poster child, man, for a proud person, man, a proud demon ass person, man. And you know the Lord hates that, all right? Because who the fuck is Trump, man? But somebody that the Lord set up, right? He didn't set himself up. The Lord set him up. Anyways, it goes on to say, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. All right, these people are very violent, man, towards their own, especially towards us, especially, but even towards their own specifically, man, because, you know, it's what is it called? It's all a means to an end. All means to an end for Esau. You know, he has a bigger picture. And that picture is him being over the Lord, right? Controlling all knowing, all powerful, you know, basically setting himself up as he was the most high power, man. As if he's the most high power. All right. Verse 7 says, their eyes stand out with fatness. All right. They have more than heart. They have more than their heart could wish. Okay, like I said about Elon Musk, man, this man is worth more than certain nations, man. Okay, that amount of money is ridiculous, man. It really is, if you think about it. You know, I mean, you got Jake. Oh, Salakia. You have Jake out here, man, looking at as if it's some type of not so much flex, man, because, you know, it's good to have some money, man, but the scriptures speak about money being a defense, man. So it's good to be defended, right? It's good to have a defense. But I mean, look at the slippery slope, man, of how money changes people, man. It's especially this nigga Esau, man. Esau really showing the worst in humanity when it comes to being materialistic, man, you know, and wanting everything for himself. Power, God, the earth, the air, everything, man. The sun. This devil wants everything, yet he can't create none of it, you know, from scratch, from something that's brand new. Every element, everything that he uses to either replicate something or whatever, he does it by things that were already created, man, by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai. Verse 7 again, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. I mean, you got these, who is it? The Vatican with huge amounts of gold. You know what I'm saying? From the 16th and 14th century, man. These niggas got things hoarded up for no reason, just taking dust, just collecting dust. You know, when gold doesn't only serve a finance status purpose, but it's also healthy for people. You know, whether it's drinking from a gold cup or eating with gold forks and spoons and utensils and whatnot, you know, consuming a certain amount, you know, it's an element that we are also made out of, man, or have traces of, you know, in our bodies, man. Okay, these people have all that, and all they do is hoard it. It's the same thing that they're doing with this wealth, man. You know. Verse 8, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, man. You know, very high-minded, very puffed up, man. Okay, and they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, man. All right, you know, the scriptures speak about, I think in the book of Romans, where it mentions how, you know, I think it's in the book of Romans, I could be wrong, where the corrupt tree can't even produce good fruit, man. All right, so this nigga's been corrupt, you know, since his daddy Esau, man. You know, since Esau, from now, all his descendants has been a bunch of corrupt, abominable people, man. Okay, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. These people don't care about the hurt of other people. They don't even care about the hurt of their own. I mean, look at this lady on screen, man. You know, crying for her status, for the fact that, you know, hey, you know, the vast majority of Americans don't know what the fuck, you know, what next month is gonna bring, if they're gonna have enough to pay any type of rent, if they're gonna be short on something, an emergency could come up. You know, people that have cars that have to get to these jobs because they have no other choice and no other job, run the risk of a certain part, you know, breaking down. And now what? How do you get to work? You don't got the money to fix it, obviously, but you still need to go to work. Shalaki, man, I was straight. I'm not even yawning once before I started making this lesson, started recording this. And now that I hit play, I just started yawning, man. But yeah, man, these people gotta go, man. We need to get the fuck up out of here, man. Okay? This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right? But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. I mean, this is what you're seeing right in front of your face right now. This lady's mourning, right? Not death, but the fact that her way of life, or the way she was raised, that way of life is dead, you know? As we often say, man, normal isn't coming back to Babylon, man. Yahushua is, man. Yahushua is coming to this world, man, to save and redeem his people, man. And he's already visiting this place, as he said he was in the Apocrypha. All right? You see all these active volcanoes that are smoking around the world. You hear about these devastating earthquakes that seem to be up in the 6 and 7 point range for the past couple weeks, man. I think there was just one somewhere around Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so things are happening, man. The Lord is definitely making moves, man, and we ain't seen nothing yet, man. Nothing that'll shake everybody in their boots. Not just yet. All right, we could see it coming. It's looming, you know. But, you know, we'll know when it's here for sure. Proverbs 29:2 again. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You know, we're far from that, obviously. It's more like this. But when the wicked are beareth rule, the people mourn, man. All right? And all around the world, people are mourning, man, because the wrong people are in authority. The greedy people are in authority. The ones that hoard everything for themselves, they're in authority. The ones that don't care, have no type of empathy for the rest of the people, let alone their own, are in authority, man. Okay? This man don't care that his own is fucked up. He doesn't care that he's exposed to the pollution that he puts in the air. He's breathing that in. He's breathing that out here with us too. You know. I mean, you know, there's certain medicines and things that we probably don't even know about. This man could be cleaning their lungs out on a regular basis, you know, and while he's still among us, and he's poisoning everything. But you know, these devils have means, man. These devils have things that we don't even know about, man. All right. But still, nonetheless, here in the book of Sirach 14:5, it says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?" He's asking the question, man. And the answer is to nobody, man. He don't care about his own mother. The scripture says, right here, the rest of the scripture says, he shall not take pleasure in his goods. All right? He's doing all this for nothing, because he's not going to get to enjoy what he's been basically plotting to forge, which is his birthright, man, that he sold. And he lies on Jacob talking about that Jake stole it from him, that Jacob basically stole it from him. I don't think that's the word that's it there, you know, because Jacob means to plant. I forget exactly right now the word, but you know, he's lying about it, because he gave it up. Okay? And the Lord had it set up the way it did, because man's goings are of the Lord. Okay? The utterance of the tongue comes from the Lord. All right? So these devils are out here putting forth these laws and on TV or Twitter or on YouTube, making these press releases, man, admitting to what they're not only doing, but what they want, how they see fit this world goes about, you know. But that's only temporary, man, because the Lord is about to get take this devil out of power, man. Rightfully so, man, because you know, everything he's gained, he has gained it by violence, man. You know, grape, you know, and yeah, man, by violence, man. He's just graping everything. He's violent. Man, I lost the third word I was gonna and basically lying, man. But I'll leave you with this last scripture. I was trying to set up this scripture right here in the book of Sirach 10:8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, which is how this devil gained everything, by deceit. And he's trying to forge this new his birthright through this new world to the order, you know, by deceit, man. That's what the scriptures speak about. Gross darkness fell upon the people, man, you know, over the world, man. A lot of people don't see all the craziness that this nigga's do, even when he admits it. I mean, people should be out in the street burning every fucking thing down from when they admitted that they were sexing children, man, and eating children and drinking children. Blood, that is what I mean, you know. That is still going on. It's something that's been going on for millennia, for centuries, okay? Right? Since the Babylonian times. They was doing it. And then Esau got up in there, Salakia, learned all those disgusting ways and started practicing it, man. Because he knew it worked on the left-hand side. And they still practice it to this day. But the point is, you know, Americans are not mad enough, man. You know, they're so under the influence of these meds, under the influence of other things that just got them all, warped in the head, that they really don't have that fight in them, man. They don't. It's not until the Lord puts the spirit on them, to basically not care about their princes and governors and things of that nature, man. As the phrase goes, eating the rich. It's not until the Lord put the spirit of eating the rich on these people that they're actually going to do what they should have done, or what they should be doing, man. All right? Which is off in the heads of these people, man. Right? But it's Babylon, man. Everybody's confused in this motherfucker. Sirach 10:8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom, this queendom right here, turn into a kingdom, is translated from one people to another. All right? From Esau to Jacob. Because as the scriptures tell you, man, Esau is the end of this era. All right? His era, his time is coming to an end, an abrupt end. All right? And it goes on to tell you that Jacob is the one that followeth, man. Esau's the end of this era, and Jacob is the beginning of the one that follows, man. The new time, man. And that time is going to be forever, and never, 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 never for eternity. All right? You can't even stop and really even think about that, because you literally have sparks and smoke coming out your damn ears, man, if you try to even figure that out. All right? But that's what the scripture says. And everything else is accurate, and we're confirming it, through the spirit that is correct. So the few prophecies that are left, right? Jacob's trouble and full blown Jacob's trouble, the return of of the Lord, and right before the return of the Lord, Salakia, I should mention the MO to the TB being implemented and enforced, right? And after that, the Lord come. Only a few more scriptures. A few more prophecies is left, man. But then you got prophecies of in the kingdom, man. Us ruling forever, a man becoming a whole nation, whole world, basically. Us being in rulership, having all the desires of our heart, meditating terrors. All these prophecies are kingdom prophecies, man, that are to come, and we believe it. Just like we believe the ones that are coming about now, and the few that are left before we get into the kingdom, man. All right, so I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Cry Me a River is the title of this one, man, because even though I didn't expound much on the lesson, on that title itself, man, I can't help but think about that. That was the title that came to me as I was looking at this Edomite crying, man. Because they wasn't crying when we were crying. All right, when our parents had it real bad, and still do to this day. It's just like the scripture says, man. It is because of the Lord's good grace, man, that we are not consumed, man. These people have been poisoning us, putting pressure from above and below, constantly keeping us disfranchised and in that mental state of almost breaking down. But look who's crashing out for real. Cause Jake got it in their blood, man. All right? We've been struggling for centuries, man. Okay? Literally, man. Since leaving, in 70 AD all the way till now, man. Okay? But that soon is going to end, man. Koholo Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. That soon is going to end, man. And what this devil's doing in these last days, and him being found out, an inquisition being brought up, and him being examined, is a tall tale sign that we are in those times, man. We are at the end of this, man. Okay? So cry me a river, Esau, man. All right? With that, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors again to the apostles who taught us this truth at the great millstone. All right? Salutations to you brothers in the highways and byways and hedges. Okay? Keep fighting. Keep striving, brothers. We almost out of here. That same goes for you brothers and sisters that tune in to listen and learn also, man. The rest of the hopeful elect. Okay? Stay prayed up. To you all, I say shalom. Ababa Bull, and Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.